What's the next one? Oh, this one's going to be wild. Okay, starting with an A4 letter size photocopier paper. I take the short edge here and pull it over and align it with the long edge. Really flatten that down. All right. Cut this off and keep these for notes. Maybe we will keep these and do some sort of crazy, really long snowman chain or something, or snowflake chain. So now you have a square from that cut, and we already have our first fold. It is a diagonal fold, so then you turn it with the long edge towards you. Now we're going to fold the long edge over itself. Align this edge here, and then push up this way to fold it down. So you're always taking the edge that you have secure, and then you're moving away from it. And then once you have it all the way that way, then you can start moving back towards this way. Fingernails seem to be the perfect tool for flattening your folds. For flattening your folds. The next step is to fold this into thirds. I do this by eye. Sometimes it works out exactly, sometimes not quite exactly, but that one seemed to work out quite well. We're going to fold this in half, and great. It's pretty darn even. It's even. Everything above this line here is going to be excess that you don't need. So again, I'm cutting this off. Now the shape is even on both sides. Sometimes I just go back over these folds individually just to get a little bit more picky about how it's being folded down. It might actually be better to fold it back like that. All that matters with this is that these are all folded closed edges on the long sides, and then up here is the open part. So you could fold this in a variety of ways, it doesn't matter. Just so long as they're closed. And that creates the connections between each piece of this pie. What's the next one? Oh, this one's going to be wild. Okay. Okay, let's get a little bit closer here. I did a whole bunch of drawings last night, and I'm just kind of picking out the ones that I like or that I think will work. I'll show you the sketchbook after this, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do that in another video. Either way, I'm essentially working from a design that I've already thought about. Once I've finished the design, you can pause the video at that point and just copy the design if you like. I think I'm going a bit further down this way. Quite a bit of curves on this one, but also some areas that are angular. It's a nice combo, I think. Now, this is probably a better time to do some erasing of the areas that you know will remain part of the snowflake. Okay. And you can kind of work on the shapes, get them a little smoother. I'm just going to put a little divot there, bigger one here, bigger one here. And I'm just darkening in the shapes so you can see the positive and negative space in this design. And then I'll just pause it on that point. You can take a moment to draw it if you, or you can pause it. I don't have to pause. That's your job. And now we go. We're gonna go for it. Nothing's holding us back. I'm gonna try to cut this without moving the paper out of the camera's view, which I've been doing quite a bit. So apologies for that. I'm going to come back to that. Very challenging. I will come back to that as well. What I'll do is just cut out all this extra bits. Get rid of bigger chunks first and then tackle this. It's nice if your scissors have a sharp pointy end, because it's really hard to get into this the curve when it's an inward curve. Sorry. I think I need some water. Okay, well, it's not bad. Okay, gotta stop doing that. Try to keep it in the view of the camera. Not bad, indeed. But I will say that these curved shapes are pretty challenging for me. Do you find curves challenging? Well, essentially you're cutting through 6 layers of paper, I think, at this point. And that's a lot of paper. So we'll finish doing the brunt of this and then see if we need to, I guess you could kind of fix it as you go. That's a lot of pieces of paper to be cutting through. Well, I guess we'll just keep plugging away, huh? I think it's part of the trick is to move the paper as you're cutting, or yeah, you're like use this hand to help twist the paper. There you go. I think that's the hardest part is over. I think we're in the clear now. Don't count your chickens though. Cool. Pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. I gave myself a B plus, maybe. I mean, there's always room for improvement. Interesting thing about snowflakes though is you know, even if it's rough, it's still going to look really good. You know, I don't know. Ooh. We got snowflake shrapnel busting around here. I like to clean off my palette before I do the big reveal. Because really, this is the first time I've done the snowflake, actually cutting it. I've done drawings. Like this was the drawing for this one. Ooh, pretty cool. Pretty close. So that's the drawing for that one. And so let's back this up a bit. So once I open it, there'll be space for the whole snowflake. Already, I'm pretty happy with that. Snowflake making is fun, right? Good golly. Okay, I just like doing the reveal slow like this. Just check that out. I guess I'm pretty pleased with. Like it is like a surprise, even though you know what the repeating shape is once you see the whole thing. That is really cool. I like the round. I don't know what you call this. These round shapes, like almost Dr. Seuss-ish type shapes. Seussish. Would you care for some Seussish? Dr. Seussish. Does it spin? I made the hole too big, so it's not going to spin all that well unless maybe I use a nickel. And that just won't fly. Okay. Well, onwards and upwards. Let's keep going, shall we? Paper dust. Gotta love it.